A pleasant good morning to everyone. I hope everyone is fine. Stay home, be safe. Okay, today in operations management, we are going to start unit 4. In unit 4, we are going to discuss about material management, objectives, planning, budgeting and control, purchasing objectives, functions, policies, vendor rating and value analysis, overview of MRP, MRP2 and ERP, stores management, nature, layout, classification and coding, inventory objectives, cost and control techniques, overview of JIT. In today's discussion, we will discuss material management objectives, planning, budgeting and control, and along with that we will discuss purchasing objectives, functions and policies. First, let us discuss what's meant by material management. Material management, it is very much important for an organization to manage their material effectively. Only then they may able to make a good profit. So every organization, they will assign an individual manager related to material management, and they will take care of purchasing of material, related to planning, scheduling, traffic related to those materials, and inventory control, receiving and storing those materials. They will take responsibility. Let me discuss the objectives of material management. We have both primary and secondary objectives. First, let us discuss the primary objectives. Every organization, when they are making a decision related to material management, they have to see that whether they are going to spend minimum amount related to those materials. They have to spend only less amount, and they have to see to that inventory turnover also. And when they are acquiring or purchasing of those materials, they need not spend excess amount. They have to take care of related to the expenses spent by them for those materials. It is essential they have to ensure whether they will receive a continuous supply of those materials. And it is not enough if they receive a continuous supply of materials. Even they have to see the quality of materials. If they want to get a right quality of material at right time, at right quantity, it is very much essential that they have to maintain a good relationship with those suppliers. So they have to see related to the development of personnel and maintaining a good record. And next, secondary objective, related to the secondary objectives of material management, the reciprocal relationship between the organization as well as the supplier is very much important, which will determine their future business. And they have to see whether there is any need for new materials or product which they are going to produce, and related to that they have to make a decision. And it is essential for every organization that they have to make an economical decision, particularly related to materials. Either they have to go for a make decision or buy decision. It is not essential that always the company have to go for a buy decision. If it is possible, even they can go for a make decision. Then standardization, product improvement, they have to see all those things, whether it is possible for them to maintain interdepartmental harmony, acquisition and forecast related to material management. They should not deviate from all these aspects. And now let me discuss functions of material management. Related to this, they have to plan the materials, how much material they need for producing a product, and at what quantity, and at what price they are going to purchase. And next one is material budgeting. They have to decide how much amount they are going to spend for that particular year. They have to decide all those things, and they should not spend unnecessary expenses for purchasing unnecessary materials. Even it is essential, if they find any deviations, they have to implement some effective control measures to correct those deviations. And when they are purchasing a material and related to receiving or storing those materials, and even physical distribution of all those things, they must take some utmost care for avoiding unnecessary wastages of money or material. And the effective material handling system is very much important for an organization. Suppose if employee is handling the material, if they least bother about the materials, and if they are not handling the material properly, then that may lead to certain loss for the organization which they can avoid if suppose if they are taking some care related to handling of those materials, and even related to material traffic. They have to avoid all such things in an organization. These are the functions which an organization they will concentrate related to material management, or which they have to concentrate related to material management. I hope everyone understand what's mean by material management. Objectives of material management: we have primary objectives, secondary objectives, then we discussed functions of material management. Now let us discuss what is material planning. Material planning is nothing but deciding how much material, what kind of material an organization need to produce the product economically. So it is very much essential to plan the material effectively. Suppose if the organization are not planning the material properly, and if they are not having a good coordination related to material planning, then they may do either over ordering or under ordering of those materials. Over ordering is nothing but they may place an excess order. Under ordering is nothing but they may place a very minimum order than the requirement. Then sometimes organization will have to go for rush orders. All these things will create some unpleasant circumstances which they can avoid if they do a proper material planning. Then if an organization is doing a good material planning, then even it will be a good effective control device to save their money, time, and even the efforts. There are certain factors which will influence the organization related to material planning. We have both macro factors and micro factors. First, let me discuss about macro factors. First one is price trends. When they are purchasing the material, it is essential that they have to see price of the material, whether they are paying the right price for a right quality of the material, and the business cycle will also influence. And sometimes the government frequently they will change the policies related to the organizations, and they have to see the credit policies or the import policy of the government which they may change frequently. Then next, macro factors. Related to macro factors, organizational objective or even the working capital possessed by the organizations, and seasonal factors, and even sometimes the dedication of powers and communication system will determine the material planning of an organization. So before planning their material requirement, organization they have to focus on these micro and macro factors, and by keeping all these things they have to plan their material properly. Okay, next let us discuss the techniques of material planning. We have two techniques: bills of material and post consumption analysis. Bill of material is nothing but a list of material and the quantity required for producing one unit of product. Usually organization will produce a matrix form, a chart which we used to say as an explosion chart, which will have a series of bills of material. It is nothing but bill of material is nothing but it will contain a list of material and the quantities of those material required for producing one unit of a product. Then another analysis, post consumption analysis, which organization if it is not possible for them to produce or prepare a bill of material, then they will go for post consumption analysis, which is used for items that are consumed on a continuous basis. They may use this post consumption data for future projection, which will help them for making effective planning of those material. For example, suppose if an organization want to produce a ladder back chair, then they may be in need of back legs, front legs, leg supports, back slats, seat cushion, and seat frames. So they have to decide. Suppose if they are going to prepare a ladder back chair, then they have to see that they need 4 seat frame boards, 1 seat cushion, 1 seat frames, similarly 4 back slat, 2 back legs, 4 leg supports, 2 front legs, and they have to see the seat sub assemblies and ladder back sub assemblies also. Thank you.